You ever see one of those crazy fitness challenges online and think, could I actually do that? Well, today we're diving into a real monster of a challenge, doing 100 pull-ups a day, every single day for a month. Let's find out what actually happens when you push your body that hard. Come on, let's be real for a second. For a lot of us, this quote hits a little too close to home, doesn't it? That pull-up bar you bought, full of good intentions, yep, it's either collecting dust or even worse, it's holding your clean shirts. I think it's about time we change that. So this is the big question, right? Is this whole thing a genius shortcut to building an incredible back and serious strength? Or is it just a fast track to a nasty injury? We're going to find out if it's a brilliant move or a really big mistake. All right, the first week. This is where the fantasy of the challenge slams headfirst into a very, very painful reality. For most people, this is the make or break moment. It's funny, the whole thing starts with so much confidence. On day one, you're flying high, feeling like some kind of pro athlete. Then day 3 hits, and it feels like your entire body is staging a protest. Your muscles are just screaming at you. And by the end of that first week, forget it. Your hands are raw, and your grip, it's like a bad internet connection. It just cuts out when you need it most. And this, right here, is the great filter. This is where most people quit. And why? Because they expect to look in the mirror after 3 days and see some kind of massive transformation. But you know what? Calisthenics is honest. It's brutal, but it's honest. Your body is either strong enough to lift itself or it isn't. There's no fancy machine with a padded seat to protect your ego. Okay, so this is the turning point. This is where you realize brute force isn't going to cut it. It's time to stop, get smart, and fix what I can only describe as that dying spider form we've all seen or done. Time to build some real strength. So we have to plug what are called power leaks. See, if your back is sagging into this banana shape, or you're just hanging there like a limp noodle, you're just wasting so much energy. The idea is to switch from that to a braced core and active shoulders. That's where real strength comes from. Let's break it down into 3 key fixes. First up, the grip. You've got to get that full hand wrap over the bar. It's simple. If your grip dies, the whole set is over. Second, your core. You need to brace it like you're about to get punched in the stomach. Seriously, a good pull-up is an amazing core exercise in disguise. And finally, the hang itself. You want to go from just dangling passively to an active hang, with your shoulders locked in and engaged. All right, listen up, because this next part is so important, and almost nobody talks about it. This isn't just about your muscles. It's about the stuff that holds you all together. It's about your tendons. Now, here's a wild fact for you. Your tendons are not like your muscles. See, after about 10 minutes of really intense work, they just stop adapting. So every single rep you do after that point, you're not building strength. You're just accumulating damage. Pushing through the pain isn't making you tougher, it's literally breaking you down. So, how in the world do you train your tendons safely? The secret is something called eccentric loading. All that means is focusing on the slow, controlled lowering part of the movement. You know, when you're coming down from the bar. Doing this helps build strong, healthy tendons and keeps you from getting injured. Now, you're probably thinking 100 pull-ups a day, that's just impossible for me. And you know what? If you try to jump right in, you're probably right. But you don't have to. Here's a clear roadmap for how absolutely anyone at any fitness level can get started. Now, the most important rule here is that you cannot skip levels. If you're a beginner, you start with table rows. I'm serious, get under your dining table and start pulling yourself up. Master that first. If you're more intermediate, your entire focus should be on quality, not quantity. Small sets of 5 to 10 perfect reps are way better than a bunch of sloppy ones. And for the advanced folks, that's when you start playing with adding intensity, things like explosive pull-ups or a weighted vest. So, after 30 days of pain, of fixing technique, of training smarter, we finally get to the big question. What were the results? Was all of that effort actually worth it? You know, the transformation was so much more than just physical. Yeah, posture got better on its own, and the back felt stronger, almost longer, but the real change was mental. It was this new feeling of mastery, the sense of actually belonging on the bar, instead of just fighting against it. And in the end, that's really the biggest lesson here. You don't need a fancy gym membership. You don't need all these complicated machines. To get truly, fundamentally strong, all you really need are 2 things: gravity and the discipline to show up and do the work. Especially on the days you don't want to. The days when it's just boring.
That right there is where real strength is built.